Hi, welcome once again on your daily group discussion topic analysis. I have told you many times that group discussion is something which is very simple, very easy. It is not at all difficult domain. There are two parts of group discussion. One part is knowledge about the topic, what you are going to speak, and second is how you are going to speak. So how you are going to speak, that is practice, and that is 80% of the group discussion basically part. So if you want to be really good in GD, later on I will tell you what is GT also, group task also. So what is how you are to be master in GD, you need to participate in GD. So that is the 80%. I mean, practice will make you perfect. So that is how to do GD. Now what to speak, that is a knowledge part. So through these videos I give you small topics and perspective how you can initiate. So he may give you the topic which is related to current issues, he may give you topic which is philosophical, he may give you topic which are static, always asked. Any topic can be given, you have to speak. So he is not checking your knowledge, what data you have, what statistics you have. That is not actually the purpose of GD. Purpose of GD is whenever some people are sitting together, are you in position to talk? Are you in position to initiate? Are you in position to conclude what has been discussed? Are you in position to give your point when discussion is going on? So as executive you are supposed to do that. As manager you are supposed to do that. Now that comes with the practice. So as you know, on YourPedia live, your online GDs keep on going every week. After I think alternate days main GDs are going on, and from all over India students are going for GDs. So if you are targeting public sector or management courses, IIMs, NITI Bombay, ISC में management course, or anything you are placement, yes, college placement you are targeting, or through IPAT if you are targeting the private sector companies, so you should be expert in GDs. And I have the strong opinion that interview skills and GD skills, these come only with practice, and YourPedia is a platform which is actually helping you in that and providing you the opportunity for that. You can participate into that. Now the topic which I am going to discuss today is religion causes community conflict. Religion, don't we know there are so many religions in this world, and there is a community clashes, religion, people fight on their own religion, so that leads to community clashes or conflict in the communities. You may be thinking that you are from this religion, somebody else is thinking I am from that religion, and both the religions are opposite. That is how it goes. So this is the topic given to us. Now how to initiate. Okay, good evening friends, good morning friends. My name is Vijender and I take the initiative to start the discussion. And friends, the topic for the discussion is religion is the cause of conflict among communities. Yes, that is a factual statement, and this is very relevant topic, and I'm very sure all of us have something to contribute to this. In my opinion, religion should be the source of love, peace and humanity, not conflict, clash or bloodshed. But if I tell you friends, which you already know, that there is no other weapon in this world which kills so many people than the religion itself. I mean, people do not get killed because of virus or nuclear bomb or other bomb. They get killed because of the clashes in the religion. And we know, communities clashes, there are community clashes, and there are countries are fighting with another countries on the basis of the religion. So now I am very sure friends, we should have a very good discussion on this. We should discuss different aspects of this, and I am very sure we are going to give fruitful perspective to this. Now to start discussion friends, I give you two perspectives of the religion. What I understand is, I will be discussing about two perspectives. One is the spiritual part of the religion, another is the ritual part of the religion. So friends, I will be taking forward my discussion in the direction of spiritual and ritual part of the religion. Spiritual is basically the positive. This is basically the positive part of the religion, and this is universally accepted. This part is that which is universally accepted, and ritual part is related to basically the practice of the religion, practice, propagation of the religion, that is the ritual part, and conflicts are because of this part only. So difference in perception, difference in interpretation of religion and difference in rituals. Difference in ritual is the source of conflict. So if somebody asks you why there is a conflict in the religions, what is the religion? I mean, one religion, there is a conflict from one religion to another. Why? Sir, because rituals are different. Methods of propagations, they are different in each religion. When you go to temple, when you go to mosque, when you go to let's say Gurdwara, or you go to church, you know, the methods which are followed, rituals which are followed are different. Somewhere you are basically bowing down, and somewhere you are meditating, somewhere you are listening the sermons. So that ritual is different. Spiritual is same. God is one. God is one. This is the spiritual part. Yes. Can any religion say there are two gods? No. This God is one. But how to attain the God? This is the way you will attain God. Okay, go to Kailash Mansarovar trip. Go there. You will find the God there. You go to Makkah and Medina. Maybe that is the way. So how to get God? Then there's a difference. You know, ritual part is different. So practice and propagation is different. Hindus, Muslims, this Sikh or these Christians, the method to basically follow religious practices. So practices are different, and there comes the clashes. Now, what can be the cause of community conflict? This is the politicization of religion. Politicization of the religion. Self-motivation, self-interest of certain groups. Okay, in this area, majority people are from this community. They will become my voter. So let's polarize the votes. You know what? In India, when even Mughals were ruling the country, they were from Islamic background. Even that time, there used to be peace among Hindus and Muslims. But when the politicization started, when British came to India and Bengal separation 1905, after that Muslim League was formed in 1906. Then the Muslim League separated the Muslim these people, leaders from the Indian National Congress. Muhammad Ali Jinnah, he was earlier in Indian National Congress, but then he was separated. So this entire conflict started because politics entered into this, and self-interest. Divide and rule. So divide and rule. So how you will divide? Divide it on religion. I think we can divide it on religion. So why communities conflict is there? Why community conflict is there? Because there are some community leaders. Who want to satisfy their own agenda. So community leaders misguide people, make use of the rituals in the religion, and then they make the communities conflict. They make the community fight. You see, we want temple or we want mosque. So in both the places, what you are going to do, you are going to remember the God. That is the spiritual part. But then the conflict takes place because rituality part. So friends, in my opinion, I think we should be skeptic. We should be very careful about the agenda of such people. Now, you know, these are sufficient points to discuss this kind of debate. And at the end, you need to end this on positive things. There are some punch words which I always say you. So how to start any topic is you need to give some perspective. Okay, I will be discussing, friends, in these two dimensions. You need to give perspective and then keep on talking about that. Then in between when you enter, okay friends, let me quote a very famous line by a famous poet Iqbal. Mazhab nahi sikhata, apas mein bair rakhna. You know, you are not to translate it into English. Many times you say, sir, can I speak Hindi? Yes. Can I speak Urdu? Yes. If that the phrase is there. Mazhab nahi sikhata, apas mein bair rakhna. Beautiful line, you know, by Iqbal. What is the meaning of that? Religion will not teach you animosity. वो आपको against नहीं करता. Religion should teach you peace and love. You know, it should not teach you this. But what happens is when our dirty mind and our agendas come, then we make the religion also a source of conflict and to serve our own purpose. That is how it goes. Then you can say at the end that, friends, religious, we must actually practice religion for humanity. Tolerance is the solution for that. We need to tolerate the differences. Yes, it is the beauty of our global community that we have different religion, different practices. You understand, every day I am wearing the same clothes, it will be boring, you know. Every day I'm eating the same food, boring. So everybody in the world is speaking same language, same religion, it won't be good. So there are different people, different foods, different cultures. That is the beauty of the globe, and we must respect the differences. So friends, tolerance and respecting the individual differences, community differences, is the solution for this. So certainly yes, I agree with the statement that religion sometimes leads to the community clashes, community conflict, but religion is not to be blamed for that. Yes, people, religious leaders are to be blamed for that, political leaders are to be blamed for that, or some another leader who are interested for their agenda, they are to be blamed for that. You have to end your GD on that. So I am very sure all these points you are already knowing. Only thing is how to put them in right perspective. Thank you. And whenever I do GDs, keep writing these points which I give you. Fine.